Recording on the computer. Okay.
I was going to say either one is good, Chrissy.
Okay, good. Okay, well, so, and I'm recording because I don't know if Gabby's on, but Lauren and Irma, I'm going to record my Thursday sessions just because it's usually something that we're learning or something that's new. So today I'm going to go over, I've wrote out a whole calendar for Thursday training courses on things that I've kind of gathered from Allie and from you guys. Today we're going to be talking about how to keep your client engaged during the time that you guys sign them. So a lot of times when we have our buyer consultation and they sign our buyer's rep, everything goes great, and say today's January, but they're not really looking to move until March because they have a lease to fulfill or something's going on, right? Or divorce is final, whatever. But all that time, as an agent, you're going to put them on a portal, send them houses, and that's pretty much it. And a lot of times, unless they actually contact you and say, oh, what about this house? What about this house? But they're not really ready to go yet. You kind of sometimes can lose them, and they can lose their interest, and you can lose your momentum. And then sometimes they just kind of go, they're go missing, right? And we don't know what happened to them. So I came up with some tips that I'm going to share my screen. You guys will get a copy of this, and you'll be able to have this. And I got a little surprise for you guys afterwards too. Okay, so 5 tips to keeping your client engaged. Remember, always, you guys have heard this before, coming from contribution, right? Coming from contribution is always going to be key for everything. If we are asking them for business, not only is our job as agents be able to help them find their home, but we want to keep them engaged and give them little nuggets, right, in between the times that we're, say, for example, it's those 3 months that we talked about. So the first thing you're going to do is, after you have that consultation, in our case, we're going to say our buyer is not ready to move until March, and it's January. So then you're going to, after you have your buyer consultation, your first point of contact should be a thank you phone call. Hey, Liz, thank you so much for meeting with me. I really enjoyed meeting you and your husband the other day and getting to know a little bit about y'all. And I just, wanted to say thank you. And I am so excited to, get that new house that you guys are looking for in spring. So I just wanted to, give you a quick phone call. If they don't answer, leave that message. It's a touch, right? It's some way to keep them connected. The second thing I'm going to say is, on Mondays from that point on, so say, for example, your consultation was set on Thursday, they sign with you, and then that Friday, you give them that phone call. That next day, you give them that thank you, love phone call. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. I'm so excited to work with you. That next Monday, from there on out until March, say we said that March is their time frame, every single Monday, I want you guys to think about sending them a market stat. So you already have their criteria. You already know where they're looking, right? So if they're looking in, for example, Carrollton, I know, Courtney, you have some family in Carrollton that you need to be in. So every Monday, send them a Carrollton snapshot of what happened those last 7 days. That's a way for them to stay engaged of not just getting the houses, but what's going on in Carrollton. And you guys know how to do that by going into Netris and pulling the last 7 days. You could also send them the pulse report if you wanted to, but that pulse report's only going to be for the month. So if we want to do it weekly, or if you want to change it up, I'm going to say from January to March, send them on Mondays some sort of market update, market report, right? So that way, at least you're touching them, besides the houses that they're getting, every Monday, a market update. The next thing I'm going to say is, so if you're doing that every Monday, what is that, 12 Mondays? You're staying in contact with them some way of every Monday. Another thing that you could do is sending them something social to your clients. So if you know they have kids, for example, and they got a dog, you can send them so if I would do that on Monday, so maybe on Wednesdays, you send them something local, the local parks in Carrollton, local restaurants that maybe have where kids eat free outside, something that is going to give them a value, an item of value to keep their interest. A lot of times too, if you have relocating clients, they really find this helpful because then they don't really might know the neighborhoods or might know the areas, right? You can send them a list of your favorite dog parks in Carrollton, maybe a vet list, something social that's going to keep them engaged, right? The third, or so that would be like, I guess, the second week. So the third week, I would say you can give them a call by then and check in on them and create that care call. Hey, it's Liz. I'm just calling you, Courtney, because I'm sending you some things. I want to make sure you're getting the houses that we talked about, the criteria, but then I'm also sending you some market updates. And hey, did you get that list I sent you for Kids Eat Free restaurants in your area? Great. Well, I just wanted to check on you guys and make sure y'all are okay. If you need anything, I'm here for you, right? Just a care, just a check-in. So that would be maybe week 3 or week 4, right? To just kind of see how they're doing. Again, you're always giving them those Monday updates. The next thing you're going to send the following week, you could send them out our vendor list, right? Our vendor list that, hey, I know that you're getting your house ready to list, and you're getting it ready or whatever, and you're really not looking to March, but I wanted to send you over our vendor list. I know that you were looking for, I don't know, a cleaner, right? He's on here. Or a window washer, right? He's on here. A lawn guy, he's on here, right? So giving them that item of value, it's free. You guys know where to go get that. It's on our intranet. It's branded and it represents us, and it's something that you could share with them. And then your next week after that, I would be giving them comps of the neighborhood. So maybe your person knows they want to be in Prestonwood. Maybe your buyer knows that that's one of their favorite neighborhoods. Maybe they've mentioned, because again, you've had that consultation. So you've already gotten all of their criteria. You know if they've narrowed down neighborhoods, if they've narrowed down subdivisions. But sending them comps that they have interest in is also an item of value that you can share with them. And this is going to get you minimum 6 weeks of engagement, besides every single Monday until they're ready to sell a market update. So now they're hearing from Courtney or Liz, whoever the agent is. Now they're hearing from you sometimes 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, but at least once a week besides the houses that you're sending. So now you've not only sent them business, but you're sending them something of an item of value. And then finally, you can send them something that's seasonality. So for example, February is coming up, right? Most people got on date night. It's Valentine's. So I have compiled a list for seasonality things for 12 months for you guys to be able to send to your clients to keep them engaged. So in January, send them something inside because it's typically cold. You could send them local movie theaters, local malls. February, favorite romantic restaurants. So like Perry's, their local Perry's in Carrollton, whatever. March, you could send them their list of museums, amusement parks, zoos, think spring break. In April, it's usually the Texas Rangers baseball schedule comes out, especially people who are relocating here and, maybe want to go catch a game. May, you could do a list of fireworks displays around town or in Carrollton, wherever your person's looking. June, the list of local water parks and watering holes or spray parks. July, another list of fireworks displayed. August, back to school supplies, updates, a list of the Dallas Cowboy football schedule. September, a list of firework displays around town for Labor Day, because you have 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. October, a list of pumpkin patches and corn mazes for their family, for the kids. November, I put Pi Day down because typically they're going to be on our list. But then not only that, I need to add on here the Mavs schedule, and then December, Christmas lights and the hockey schedule. What are they called? Stars hockey schedule. And all of this is going to be something that you guys can be able to give. And I know what you're thinking already. How am I going to do all of this and get this all taken care of and be able to send out these pieces of marketing? I've already contacted Ops Alley, and all of this will be ready for you guys, branded with your name and Kimberly Davis with your cute little pictures so that it's specific to you and your client to keep them engaged. Courtney, that's for you. Liz, too. I figured you guys.
Ooh, that was huge because the anxiety was boiling up.
I knew it. And I knew it when I was doing this the other day. I was like, okay, I already know. I know it seems like it's a lot, but and some people are great on doing marketing. Some people aren't. I've already got them at least committed to the first 3-4 months by Tuesday, by next week. So ops is already on over all of this to be able to brand everything and to be able to put your picture on it so it's tailored to you. So you guys don't even have to worry about any of this.
I have a question. When you were talking about the email something local, is that like a one, that's just a one, like is that the same week is that like the first or second week? I guess that's my question.
Look at these number 1 through 6. Look at these like weeks.
Okay.
Look at these like weeks. And why is my thing not moving? Look at them as far as like weeks go. And so if you so for example, when you say your consultation was 1 week and your call is that same week, that next day, then that Monday, that first week or that second week, I guess, from after the consultation, start that Monday market watch every single Monday after that, right? And then these other little things send out, so that would be your first week, is just the Monday, Market Monday. Then the following week, which would be the third week, your Market Monday would go out, and then the social thing. So I would sprinkle it Monday and like maybe Wednesday or Thursday, because remember, they're also getting houses. The houses, I just feel like this is not enough for some of y'all, especially like when Gabby says, I made my appointment, they signed, and now I can't get them to call me back, and I know they're not moving until June or July. These are the kinds of things that by keeping them engaged, they're going to be wanting to look for that Monday market update, because where else are they going to get that information, right? Other than you, their expert who they hired. So it's going to keep them engaged. And then B, it's also going to keep them doing things around town. Now, granted, I know that a lot of some of this is COVID, whatever. So I would say, our ops people know this, and they're going to, be kind of conscientious about some of this with like restaurants and who's got outdoor stuff. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because it's giving them, again, something, an item of value, yet it's keeping them linked and it's keeping them connected to you, who they already have a rapport with because they've already signed with you.
I think this is also good. I'm thinking about like some of my clients that are relocating here, and they're moving and they're not from here. And this is it's just still nice for them to like kind of know about the area that they're moving to.
Yeah. Well,
even if they've already wrote a contract and everything, it's still nice.
Well, and we also could give them the links to, some of the things around town, their title companies, and that's great. And you absolutely can share that, but this is tying them to you. It's going to have your face, Courtney, who they signed with, who they know, who they've been talking to on the phone. We want them to feel connected to you. We don't want to lose them between now and 3 months later.
This is great. But it's such a thing, and it's a struggle. And this is great because it at least gives you a plan and direction. So I like it a lot.
Thank you, Courtney. Well, you know what? It's very personable too, because, again, they have families and their kids are climbing on the walls and it's spring break. It gives them something. Oh, wait, Courtney sent me this. Let me print it out and let me put it on my refrigerator, whatever. Like, it's going to give them something to do. And it makes you look like you have a great interest in them and their family, not just about a commission check, right? It makes it look like you certainly do care about them, and you want to be able to close them in 3 or 4 months. And oh, by the way, I'm going to keep sending you things till you love me, keep me for life in your corner as your realtor, right? So any other questions? Yes, Liz.
I have a couple people that are relocating, like you say, between March and June, and they have like 2 areas. I have one person that they're thinking Carrollton or the Colony. do you recommend me sending market stats for both on a weekly basis, or is that going to be overwhelming? Should I maybe take it one at a time?
You know what? I think that's a great question. I would switch them out. So I would do, because see, you want to do what's going to keep them coming back to you, right? So if you give them Carrollton one Monday, and then next Monday you give them the Colony, I think is what you said. Then the following week go back to the same. I would switch them out, because that's going to keep them engaged. That's going to keep them coming back and checking their emails and asking you questions. You want them to ask you the questions because you want them to keep coming to you as the resource. So I would switch it every other week. So if there's 3 different locations, I would switch them out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Gabby, do you have any questions on any of this? Do you think this is going to help you with keeping your clientele coming back and keeping them their interested, engaged?
I want to say something about that, though. That was at the beginning of COVID, and then the other people I haven't been able to get a hold of have been Garfield's people, but I've been able to keep all the people I've signed in the last 4 or 5 months to engage and talk to me. Good.
Yeah. I mean, I know, and this is not just for you. This is just for all of us, because I think, as this market as we keep going into this market, and as these buyers, they get frustrated, or they're losing, or there's something, this is another way to keep them not just on the housing market, but also letting them see you, that you care about them and their families, and you want to inform them not just about their houses and the sale of their house and your commission, but it's showing them that you care on a different level. I am going to also remind you guys that don't forget, on our intranet, we have all that other marketing. So for relocating buyers, you've got the relocating flyer. You have there's a lot of other marketing that you can share with them that's already branded. So don't forget about the intranet, because that's already on there. These will start, you'll start seeing all of this available next week. And then also, I wanted to remind you guys that I know we hadn't talked about it yet, but it's January, and every buyer that you closed last year, they have until April to file their homestead exemptions. So calling your database.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was going to ask, do you have anything? I saw something come from Republic Title related to that is available to send out, but do we have any type of marketing piece, or is this I know Allie said we're going to get a rundown on the touches that are going out. Is this a touch that happens, or is this something I need to cook up and send out to people, or is this something that's getting cute little marketing something, and how is that getting distributed, I guess?
Sure. So
do I need to make it cute, or
you don't actually? Nope, you don't actually. So what you need to do is, to answer your question, it's not anything that the office is doing. It's something that every single year in the last decade, every January to April, I'm calling my buyers, and I'm saying, hey, Happy New Year. It's just a way for you to call them, right? Your database. It's a reason for you to call. And hey, Happy New Year. I just wanted to remind you that don't forget you closed last year on your new home. So now is the time to file your homestead exemption. You probably don't remember, at the title company, they said that you could start filing in January. You have up until April. Are you interested in me sending you the link to file it? Remember, it's a free thing for you to do, but it helps you with your house payment, and it reduces some of it reduces just by a little bit your monthly house payment. Do you know where to go with that? Do you still have that information, or would you like me to send you the link? And more than likely, they've lost it, or it's all in their closing docs and they don't know where it is. Most of the time, they're going to want you to send the link. And for me, I'm just absolutely, I'll be happy to do that for you, because it's easy. And all you're doing is copying and pasting. But so that you know where to go, it's on your calling pad, and you guys can look here or whatever county they're in. But all you guys have to do is just go to or maybe it's not, hold on. You could just go into file homestead exemption in, I don't know, homestead exemption in Carrollton, I don't know. all you got to do is just give them the link and they could just go online and do it. So homestead exempt, oh wait, that's Georgia. Anyway, you give them the link and you just embed it. Here you go. Here's the link. Just go here to file.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I do. And every year I do that. And you know what? They find it helpful. And then it's up to them on whether or not they do it. I mean, but it's just you're just calling them really for a reminder. Let me see. Anyway,
Yeah, I got really nice. It's they sent like a whole thing. Like it's a nice email that they sent out. Republic Title, and I just thought it was like really nicely put together to follow. I didn't know if this was something that we had branded or something like that.
We don't have it branded. I mean, I guess we could.
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to add something else to the plate.
No, we could, but again, half the time, a lot of times when you call them back though, they're going to already say, oh yeah, I already filed it. It's already done. There's very far few that they don't, but it's a link. I'll email it to you guys or put it on Slack as soon as I find it and I'll let you guys know. But it's a link basically that if they need it, it's there. If they want me to text it to them, I do. But it's just a way for them to it's just a way for you to touch them, because if Opt sends it out and here's a reminder, or Republic Title, it's still not coming from you, and it's still not letting them see that you're the person that's their realtor or whatever. And so I look forward to those phone calls actually, because you're supposed to be in contact and keep in touch with your clientele. And so to me, I just feel like it's just a way to touch them at the beginning of the year. So
can you see this? This is the whole list of all the appraisal districts with the email addresses. I can send this to y'all because we can just click off of this if you like. I don't know. It's just cute. And we got all this cute crap. So
well, you like the cheeky stuff. Yeah. You know what? I'm sure it's cute. It would take them nothing to do it if you want to send it. But the link what I'm actually sending them is not the website. That to me is just the source to the source. If you have elderly people that are like, okay, so where is it? Because there's so much on Colin CAD, or there's so much on the Sitting CADs. It's an actual link that I just copy and paste the link. So that way when they click it, they could just go straight to there. But we can do something like that. I just send them the link to try to make it easier for them, because they could do the same thing by just going and looking at the website.
No, you're right.
Now, as far as homestead exemption goes, we don't have these in Illinois, so this is new to me. Is it basically just for 65 and older, and obviously ag and things like that?
No, it's for you too. It's for anybody who bought a home last year. So if you remember, well, and I know you guys didn't go to a lot of closings, so because of COVID, but yes, when you go to your closings, you'll hear Kelly and the title people saying, okay, this is for you to file your homestead exemption. A lot of times when you close, Liz, you remember when you closed on your home, you probably got a lot of mail in your mailbox, and they're saying they can file it for you for a small fee of $35. They can file it for you for whatever. It's a free thing to do. So to pay somebody to do it for you is ludicrous, in my opinion, because it's very easy to do. But at closing, we remind them you can't file it until January. So if you bought your home in July, or you bought your home in January last year, you can't file it. You have to be in your home the prior year to be able to file it for this year, for January. It's only from January through April. So when you go and you fill it out, it's just one little form that says it's basically your primary home. It's your homestead it's your homestead. Then the next following month or so, maybe 4 or 6 weeks, you'll see that your monthly house payment has been reduced by like $100, $200 maybe at the most. But it does reduce your monthly payment, because now you have this homestead exemption. And the purpose for it too is when your county appraisals and your appraisals might go up, your taxes might go up, it can cap it so that it can't exceed a certain percentage over the appraised your county taxes that you have to pay as a homeowner. So it puts a percentage on it, it caps it out for you so you're not having to. But it's basically, but like you said, there are senior exemptions. VA, if you have a disability, there's disability exemptions. This is a homestead exemption that everybody gets in the state of Texas when you have closed on your own personal homestead home. And it's through the state. It's Texas. It's another benefit of living in Texas.
You'll see a little dip in your mortgage payments, Liz.
Yeah.
It won't be until like next year, but
Hey, any little dip is good.
Well, it's usually with a couple of months. I mean, at least mine is. I mean,
Yeah.
it really doesn't take.
well, I guess because I filed mine in April. 'Cause
Oh,
it was
yeah. So
this April, but when we first moved in, we like barely got in there.
listen,
So-
I didn't file mine for like 3 years after I moved in.
I know.
I mean,
It's like signing up for the birth certificate for your kid.
oh my God, yeah. But once you do it though, yes, it does reduce your payment a little bit, and it's just another benefit of living in Texas that you just get.
So you don't have to do it right when the January after you move in.
You have till January or April to get it in for this year.
For it to be honored.
For it to be honored, like for you to be able to see it. Yes.
No, but you said you did it 3 years after you moved in, so you could.
Oh no, you can do it at any point, but it's not going to be honored in that. It's. I was like Christy. It took me a minute.
What's a little?
I didn't do it.
Like
It's not
$100,
used to.
like maybe $100, $200.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fair.
Like 100, 150. I mean, it's a small little something, but listen, to a lot of families, $100 is extra groceries, right? I mean, so it's
100, 200 is still big. I mean, that's a grocery bill. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I was.
daycare.
Oh my God, people refinance for their homes to be $100 reduced. So I mean, I mean, it's a nice little savings, but it is a good way to call. For me, I like I said, looking forward to those phone calls because I like to call. Hey, Mr. Tasker, Happy New Year. How was your holiday? I like to check in with them, and I'm calling because I want to let you know. Remember when we closed on your home last year? We talked about filing your homestead. Well, now is the green light to go ahead and file it.
Here we are.
Don't need that paperwork? Do you still have that paperwork, or do you want me to send you the link? Oh, I've already taken care of it. I did it January 1st. Well, that is wonderful. I'm so glad. Well, you know what? Tell whoever I said hi, and and it's just a touch. But I don't really want ops to send all that for me because you already call your database, and it's you're calling them because you're giving them something, right? You're giving them.
Yeah, I like the touch. I don't really care about ops sending it. I just didn't know if we had something pretty because I'm so used. Y'all have made me so used to having something pretty for everything.
Listen, it would take nothing for me to even make it pretty for you. It's like I said, it's just they're pretty. But if we do it and we put all 5 counties, because there's 5 counties in Dallas, again, it's just the website. I promise you, they're still going to call you because, listen, every year I get this. Where did you tell me I need to go on this website? And then, trust me, the people that don't know where to go and the people that are older or even younger, they just bought, mostly it's older people though, they just don't know. So I just try to make it as easy peasy as possible and just send them the exact link. And
the website to go to.
Yeah. Yes, Gabby.
Yeah.
It's gonna maybe be a dumb question, and I apologize, but
No.
Or no done.
I was asked this by my client last week when we closed December 28th. They had a lease back until the 4th, and so they asked me if they could file a homestead exemption. I said yes, but I hope I wasn't wrong. Can they?
A lease back. And
Yeah.
they got possession of the
Yeah,
house.
They own the house. It has to be on their primary residence. So as long as it's not like they're trying to file it on like
A rental.
an investment property, it has to be on their primary residence or on one property.
Yeah,
It
that's
only
what
be one.
I was like, you guys are owners of the home. Like, this is your possession just because other.
Yeah, they just had a lease back. Yeah. No, lease back as long as they closed in December or closed last year, and if they have a lease back till March, it doesn't matter. If they closed last year, then yes, they get.
Yeah, the lady didn't bring it up at title either, so I was like, oh shoot, maybe I'm wrong, but.
No.
No,
Also talking a lot, so maybe she got distracted.
Yeah, no. I would definitely. So everybody that you close, so however many people y'all closed last year, those are your database calls for January. And so you guys should be making sure that they've got them. That's your touch for January for your database. Everybody should be doing that. So
Is Wiley Dallas County?
is what now?
Wiley Dallas County.
Colin.
Well, part Colin and part Dallas. So you got to.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's also Rockwell too.
so if you're not sure,
Oh yeah,
if you're not sure,
up the east side
yeah, a little
is.
bit, yeah. So if you're not sure, go to your before you call them, and if they want you to send it. But yes, that's all you got to do is just go to the county, find out homestead exemption. You'll see the form, copy the link, and that's it. And that's all you need to do for them. So, I hope that you guys found value on your tips today on keeping your clients engaged and homestead
Yeah.
exemptions. Do you guys have?
You always come with the fire.
I appreciate it. I was excited because I'm listening to you guys when y'all say, okay, when I talk to y'all, what is y'all need to learn? I know that, that's what I was talking to Kim about the other day. You know what? I know as buyer's agents, we're having to rewrite our sometimes 5 or 4 times different contracts for our buyers because of multiple offer situation and all of that. However, so I know we're kind of working just a little bit harder, but at the same time, if we could keep them engaged and keeping them married to us and not, wander off, I think these are great little kind of feel good touches for them. So
Yeah, Courtney brings you to the cat. Oh, she's gone.
she has to start a class at 8:30.
Oh, I was gonna say this just brings the one that Republic did just brings you to the website.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So some of your older clients, or some people, there's tons of people that are not very savvy or whatever. So that's why I try to give them the exact place to go instead of just the link.
Well, even when because when you click on exemptions and rates like you did, there's 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 Collin County, then Collin County Mud 1, Collin County Mud 2, Collin County Road District. There's a lot to click on. I could see how people can get confused.
Yeah. So you just need to go and find the homestead thing. So, is there anything else that you guys, anything with the tips, the 5 tips or homestead exemptions that you guys have questions on? If you think of anything, let me know. But I'm going to put these 5 tips in Slack for y'all, so that way you have it. And then remember, the marketing stuff's going to come out by next week, so that you could start sending it to them. But the one thing that you can do, if you guys have people in your pipeline right now that you've already had the consultation, you've already signed, and you just have them on a portal drip for houses, and you need something else, I would start the market stat thing, pull up these last Mondays for 7 days and send that to them now. Hey Liz, I just wanted to share this with you, market stats on some of the areas that you're looking in. This is what happened this week in the Carrollton area. Hope you're having a great week, Liz, right? Or something, and just send it as an email. And then it gives you a chance to call them and follow up with them besides, oh, hey, how's your criteria? Did you see anything you like? Even if they already like something, doesn't matter. They're not buying until, March or April. So it gives you a reason to call them a little bit later to make sure they're getting the stats. Do they have any questions? Same thing with all the other stuff, the comps, whatever, that breakdown of the weeks that I gave y'all. Yes, Gabby.
Can I share my screen with you for 1 second to see if this is what the homestead exemption file thing looks like? Because I've never done it before.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Can you snapshot it for me on your phone and then send it to me, because I have to get him to. Yeah.
Oh my God, my camera is dirty. Hello.
If you can send it to me, I will take a look at it for you, because I have to go now. I just wanted to make sure everybody else is good with everything.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, Liz, you're good? Okay, you guys, thank you so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Okay,
Sounds good. Bye.
Send me that screenshot. Bye, hun.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh, forgot to leave.